driver killed after vehicle collides with airline on tracks. Aurora, investigators are working to determine whether the crossing gates were already down when a vehicle drove onto the A-line tracks early Tuesday morning, killing the van's driver and leaving 4 passengers aboard the train injured after a collision that sent debris flying onto the nearby road. Aurora Police say this is the first fatal incident they've investigated involving the commuter rail line since it opened in April. The crash was reported at around 3:40 a.m. Police say an off-duty Aurora officer and flagger from Rocky Mountain Flagging were at the A-line crossing at Smith and Chambers Roads when the victim's passenger van drove into the intersection. Aurora Police spokesperson Chris Amsler says the officer tried to prevent the vehicle from crossing paths with the train, but was unable to do so, and had to run away to dodge debris after the A-line slammed into the van, pushing it a quarter-mile down the tracks and leaving it all but flattened. There were 56 passengers aboard the train at the time. 4 of them sustained minor injuries, 1 person had to be transported to the hospital, and the other 3 were treated and released at the scene. The Adams County coroner will identify the person who was killed. Investigators are trying to determine if the crash was intentional and if the crossing gates were already coming down when the vehicle drove onto the tracks, or if they came down after the fact. Though sometimes faulty crossing gates have contributed to a slew of A-line delays since it opened, Amsler says at this point, "We do believe the gates were operating properly." Aurora Police are taking the lead on the investigation, with assistance from the Federal Railroad Administration. The probe into the crash is expected to last for most of the day. Smith and Chambers are both closed in the area, and police say drivers should take alternate routes if they can. The A-line is stopping at the Peoria station and passengers will take a bus shuttle to and from Denver International Airport, RTD announced. There's no word yet on exactly when these closures are expected to be lifted.